Yo, welcome to the show. It's Boston's Banter with Frank the Bank and Keith KLava. You know the answer. Talking sports, breaking down the play so raw. From the Celtics to the Sox, we giving you the score. Catch the vibe, we coming live. Filling up your feed, let the passion thrive. Every dunk, every run, we analyze the moves. Shout out to the fans, feel the rhythm and grooves. From Gillette to the Garden, we ain't missing a beat. Frank and KLava bring the fire, can't accept defeat.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Boston's Banter, where the sports are wicked and the banter is pissa. I'm your host, Frank the Bank. With me, as always, is Keith KLava, LaCava. What's going on, Brofius Maximus?
I like that one. Not much Brofa Tatupu.
Tatupu in the house.
Yes,
we
sir.
Had another stat challenge last week.
Yes,
and,
sir.
Willis, Bill, Maxim, my guy, got first place. He got the Marcus Jones. I mean, and he scored a TD this week, too.
Yeah, I know. Back-to-back weeks with a TD for him.
He's been killing it. He's an
Absolutely.
NFL all-time leader in punt return average right now.
Yeah,
I saw that in the game. It's crazy.
Crazy, man. He's
awesome.
doing great.
And your boy Nick got second place, right?
Nick got the Abdul Carter card. I mean, I know he's starting off a little slow, man, but you never know. I mean,
he's going to be a good player. He's going to be a boss, that kid.
Oh, absolutely.
No stat challenge this week, guys, because we're on a bye and a much-needed bye for our boys, the Pats.
10 straight wins.
I love that shit. So let's get right into the Wicked Pissah news.
Let's do it, Frankie. We're going to start with the Bruins update, brother. So currently the Bruins are sitting at 15-12 on the season. Yep. Let's bring it up what they did this past week. So they beat the Islanders in New York last Wednesday 3-1, followed by a 6-2 road loss versus the Rangers last Friday. And lastly, a 3-2 shootout win at home versus the Red Wings this past Saturday.
I mean, there's some good games and some bad games in there. I mean, one bad game, two good games. The Bruins 3-1 over the Islanders. They scored a goal in every period. You like to see that consistency, right? 3-1. Rangers, they got smoked. The Rangers killed us. The Rangers were up 4-0 before we even had anything going. So, and the Rangers scored 2 goals every single period against us. Not good. But still haven't lost in overtime. Yeah. Last year we were talking about it, right? They lost a lot of games in overtime.
Yes, they did.
Right? I felt like every time went to overtime, it was like an automatic loss. This year, they have not lost one. Again, knocking on wood. Marco Sturm's had him playing really good in overtime.
Absolutely.
I think the scheme in overtime has been a lot better with him. So they're in second place in the Atlantic right now, in the East. You know what I mean? Atlantic East. So it's like, you know, again, that division's up for grabs.
It is.
You know what
it
I mean?
is, man. They just got to keep it rolling. Like you said, keep it consistent.
Yes, sir. Well, how about them Celts?
I was going to say, let's move over to the parquet, Frankie.
Let's
So
do it.
the Celtics, man, currently at 11-9 on the season, you know, above 500. Starting to, you know, feel it out a little bit how they're going to be looking without Tatum right now. Starting to look really good, actually, this past week, especially. So let's bring it up what they did this past week. So they beat the Pistons at home last Wednesday, 117-114 in the group stage of the NBA Cup. They also ended the Pistons' 13-game win streak, one game of their franchise record for consecutive wins.
I mean, the Pistons are 17-4. You know what I mean? They're in first place. They're smoking people.
That's what I mean.
Right? And that was a huge win over Detroit, honestly.
Absolutely. Jaylen Brown finished with 33 points, 10 rebounds in that one. And Derek White, 27 points, 6 for 11 from 3. Followed by a 119-115 loss to the T-Wolves in Minnesota this past Saturday.
One, honestly.
It was.
We were up 10 at halftime, dude.
I know.
And Jaylen goes for 41.
That's what I was just going to say.
Dude.
Jaylen Brown finished with 41 points. His 10th game this season with 30-plus points. Frankie, he had 9 games of 30-plus points all last season.
I'm saying he's the guy now. Tatum's out, so it's like he's the guy. You know what I mean? And I mean, Anthony Edwards went off too. He had 39. You can't knock Anthony Edwards. Right. That's a good team. I mean, they played 3 monsters in a row. Let's be real.
And Neemias Quetta, dude, he had 19 points and 18 rebounds in that game. And we lost.
His defense been good too.
Really good. Yep. And lastly, a close 117-115 road win over the Cavs this past Sunday. Peyton Pritchard 42 points, also 6 of 11 from 3.
6 threes, man. Yeah, he went nuts.
Lighting it up, bro.
Got the Knicks tonight
that's
too.
what I'm saying, man. The
Come
Knicks
on, let's
up.
go. We got to beat them. That's a tough 4-game stretch.
You're right.
Honestly, those 4 teams are all stacked up.
Showing the resiliency, brother.
Let's go. What else we got? NFL injuries. What do we got?
Yeah, Frankie, let's get into the NFL injuries from this past week. So Cardinals wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr., after returning this week from appendicitis, suffered a heel injury, and he did not return Sunday versus the Bucs. He's considered day-to-day right now.
Yep.
Colts new cornerback Sauce Gardner suffered a calf strain on the second play of the game versus the Texans on Sunday and is expected to miss some time. Jags wide receiver Parker Washington suffered a hip injury Sunday versus the Texans and was ruled out. It's unsure if he's going to play this week.
Yeah.
Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown suffered a low ankle sprain on Thanksgiving versus the Packers.
What did I say last week, though? What did I say? What did I say on air? I said it was the first time I looked at the score and Keith Sylvester Sly had that 666 at the end of the
And he
score.
got cursed.
And I told you.
And he left the game and is expected to miss a game or two. So that sucks for the Lions.
Yeah, that was tough.
Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert suffered a broken bone in his left hand Sunday versus the Raiders. So far, unclear if he'll miss any time, but it looks like he could potentially miss the next game.
Yeah, that's, I mean, the Aaron Rodgers type injury too. I mean, it's the non-throwing hands, but we'll see. I'm sure he'll man up and get through it at some point. Might miss a game or two, but
yeah, we'll see what happens.
He'll play.
With that.
I don't think he's going to be out for the year.
And Vikings running back Aaron Jones suffered a shoulder injury Sunday versus the Seahawks. He's considered day-to-day at the moment.
I think he's playing. They said didn't look serious. So
yep. But frankly, we have a notable cut I want to bring up that actually just happened today.
I seen that. Yeah.
So the Steelers have released cornerback Darius Slay per his request. It was a mutual decision between both parties. Only 28 tackles on the season, and you figured once they signed Asante Samuel Jr., it looked like that move was kind of inevitable. Then a secondary was getting crowded, and it's looking like a high pace.
Slay's been an animal though.
That's what I'm saying. Six-time Pro Bowler, and I'm sure he's going to get scooped up real quick.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. Again, if you're doing your job, you don't need to make tackles. That means you're defending well.
Well,
nobody's getting the ball.
Hey, I wouldn't mind if the Patriots took a look at him. We could use some help in the secondary.
I love that.
And Frankie, speaking of the Steelers, bro, we have a notable signing I want to bring up real quick. This dude was actually just released this past week, and he already got signed.
He asked for a release too, and as he should. He's not being used.
Nope, at all. The Steelers just signed wide receiver Adam Thielen off waivers after his release from the Vikings, like me and Frank were just talking about, which he requested. Only 8 catches for 69 yards in the year, so we'll see if he does anything in the black and gold.
I know, it's crazy, honestly. I thought he'd be better there. He did good with Carolina last year.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So, I mean, he's retiring at the end of the season. I mean, he said he wanted to go to a contender. I don't know why he chose Pittsburgh. But
they could be a quasi-contender. They should make the playoffs, but they're not a contender to win, I don't think.
We'll see what happens with that. But, Frankie, I want to bring up something. Speaking of, injuries and all that stuff like we were just talking about. So, we saw over the offseason a notable center, Frank Ragnow of the Lions, who retired, actually.
That's crazy.
So, he attempted to come out of retirement to play for his team, but then those plans just got put to Apparently, Ragnow failed his physical due to a hamstring strain, and he will not be playing this season. Ragnow, a 4-time Pro Bowler, announced his retirement this past June, like I was just saying, after 7 seasons in which he battled through multiple injuries, and it looks like those injuries are going to continue to keep him out, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's tough. And he's still fairly young. I mean, 7 years. He's 29, I think I saw. So it's
But, Frankie, before we end Wicked Pissah News, and, lastly, I know we still got 5 weeks of football left, but, bro, this past week, we saw 3 Catch of the Year candidates, bro.
Unbelievable, dude.
We just got to show them real quick.
Stafford floats it. Nakua's the target. Oh! Puka Nacua! Absolutely ridiculous to set up first down and goal.
Blitz coming. Gino gets rid of it. Incomplete. Oh, wait a minute. Bowers caught it. You got to be kidding me.
Watching the ball never touches. And even if it had, he had control as he brought it in. Watch as he brings it in right there.
Mariota to the back. Oh, he caught it! Burks! Unbelievable touchdown!
One-handed, one fingertip. Stop it. That's insane.
Bro, so you got Puka Nacua, Brock Bowers, and Traylon Burks. Mind you, dude, this Traylon Burks one, like we just saw, dude, that looked reminiscent of Odell Beckham Jr.
I was going to say it.
So we're going to ask you guys who you think was the best catch out of those 3 and who you think should be catch of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good thing. And I mean, let's put it to a vote this year.
Absolutely.
Those are sick.
Good stuff, Frankie.
Another great Wicked Pissah News. Let's get into a Foxboro Focus.
Hit it, Frankie. Man, we're just going to keep that button on repeat, brother.
This is unreal how good they're playing, right?
So week 13, the Patriots beat the Giants 33-15, bringing their record to 11-2.
First team in NFL history, I saw the stat, to win 10 straight games while putting up more than 23 or more points a game and actually holding offense is under 23 points a game.
Gotta love it.
Nobody scored more than 23 points in the 10-game winning streak, and we've scored more than 23 or more in every single game. Also, 23 has been that number.
We've had 8 wins combined the last 2 seasons before this year.
Yeah.
Now we're at 11 wins, comfortably sitting, right now. I mean, I know the Broncos are close too, but right now, as of right now, we're the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I mean, the Broncos have a game this week. We don't, so they could technically tie us.
Go back and everything.
It's one of those things there. It's like, I feel like we're playing great. You don't want to see a bye, but we also want to get rested a little bit.
Absolutely.
It's a good time to have a bye, actually.
Right.
I think. So.
Let's check out the highlights, Frankie.
Let's do it.
Week 13, we got the Patriots versus the Giants on Monday Night Football. Patriots first drive, they got down to the red zone, and they're going to convert a 22-yard field goal by kicker Andres Borregales to go up 3-0. Giants next drive, they're forced to punt, and they're going to be punting away to the dangerous return man, the Swiss Army knife, Marcus Jones, which was a stupid idea because he's hitting the left side. He's got some blocks. Yep, going right up the left side of the field, breaking some tackles, one man to beat, and he's going to be taking it for a 94-yard punt return touchdown. Tied the longest punt return in Patriots history. Giants next drive on 2nd and 13. Jaxson Dart out of the shotgun. He's going to be rolling out, feeling the pressure. And this man needs to learn to go out of bounds because he's going to get leveled by linebacker Christian Ellis. And of course, a fight ensued trying to protect their quarterback, but it was a legal hit. As you can see here, he was still in bounds. Dude got leveled. Then, very next play for the Giants, 3rd and 16. Tight end Theo Johnson's going to get leveled by safety Marte Mapu. Next, Patriots drive back in the red zone, and Drake May's throwing a floater for wide receiver Kayshon Boutte, who makes a nice 2-yard touchdown grab. Perfect placement throw by Drake May, and Kayshon Boutte stayed in for the touchdown. Start of the second quarter, Giants down 17-0, and Jaxson Dart out of the shotgun is going to find wide receiver Darius Slayton. He's breaking some tackles in part in the Red Sea, no pun intended, for a 30-yard touchdown. Giants would get the ball back after stopping the Patriots, and something happened with the kick here with Younghoe Koo, and punter Jamie Gillen gets leveled. It seems like Younghoe Koo just missed the ball and he kicked the turf. Looked like a bad golf shot. And quarterback Jaxson Dart, he can't believe it. Patriots next drive with roughly 3.5 minutes left in the half, and Drake May's looking downfield for his speedy rookie wide receiver Kyle Williams for a nice 33-yard touchdown to make the score 24-7. Another perfect breadbasket throw by quarterback Drake May, and Kyle Williams got 1 and 2 feet in. On the ensuing kickoff, we got former Patriot Gunnar Olszewski, and he's going to get laid out by linebacker Christian Ellis, lose the ball, Patriots recover in the red zone, and yeah, it wasn't a good hit. Gunnar got knocked out on this hit right here. You see the mouthpiece flying. Patriots recover the ball back in the red zone. Just glad he was okay. But the Patriots had to settle for a 30-yard field goal by kicker Andres Borregales to go up 27-7 with roughly 2 minutes left in the half. But the Pats got the ball back again, and with 2 seconds left in the half, kicker Andres Borregales is going to drill a 28-yard field goal to make the score 30-7. We're going to fast forward to the fourth quarter after a boring third quarter, and taking the direct snap is running back Devin Singletary, and he's going to be breaking some tackles, getting in for a 22-yard touchdown run. Giants are going for 2 after that touchdown, and Jaxson Dart's going left. He's going right, back left, back right again, trying to improvise, looking for somebody. He's going to find wide receiver Darius Slayton for the 2-point conversion to make the score 30-15. Fast forward to roughly 2 minutes left in the game, and kicker Andres Borregales is going to drill a 23-yard field goal to make the score 33-15, and that'll do it. The Patriots go on to win 33-15, their 10th straight win, bringing their record to 11-2. Let's go. Man, so you gotta love it, brother. Gotta love it.
Jaxson Dart.
That's what I mean,
he doing,
dude.
He got laid out. He got absolutely trucked.
Dude just got back from a concussion protocol, dude, and he's not even running out of bounds.
We've talked about it before. He's had 4 in the NFL evaluations, 1 confirmed, and then going back to college, I'm sure he's had some too, but insane. Like, what are you doing?
He's got to learn.
It's just how I like to play. It's like, no, you need to self-preserve yourself, brother.
Learn to slide or run out of bounds.
He's a good player. That's what like. I mean. They have a good young team. The Giants are gonna be good. I hate to say it.
They just got to stay healthy.
They are gonna be good. They need to stay healthy and they be smart. Like,
they need to get some better coaching.
That's absolutely idiotic. I know, and I respect Theo Johnson, the team coming over and trying to get in the face, but it was a clean hit. It was perfectly
very clean hit. Dude.
Get out of bounds.
Helmet to helmet.
You see Drake May sliding and getting out of bounds. He's being smart.
Exactly.
He's not being an idiot. Like, that's stupid. I'm sorry.
Absolutely, Frankie.
You know, he's the future of that team. That's just absolutely idiotic.
You got to be smart, bro.
Hell yeah.
Frankie, this is what I noticed from the offense. Patriots built a substantial lead early, scoring on 5 of their first 6 drives in the first half, 3 field goals and 2 touchdowns. So Drake May, along with his 282 pass yards and 2 touchdowns, was spreading the rock. Every pass catcher on the team, except for one, had 3 or more receptions. And the player that had 1 reception, Frankie, Kyle Williams, he had a 33-yard touchdown.
He's going to be a problem next year, too.
Oh, yes, sir. So Drake May is finding his guys no matter who it is. And speaking of rookies, we've seen the outcome of playing Travion Henderson more. And like I was just talking about Kyle Williams, get my guy Williams more touches. Insane speed and good hands. Let's utilize him more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every time he breaks free, it's for a big touchdown.
That's what I mean.
He's going to be really good. I mean, they're bringing him along kind of slowly, and that's fine. We have depth. Yeah, we have depth for the first time in years at receiver, honestly.
That
kid's going to be a problem.
That dude was burning people in college and is looking like he's going to do the same in the NFL.
Good route runner and got that speed to boot.
You saw the Bucs game, dude. He took a slant over the middle for 70-something yards. And again, Frankie, though, this was the unfortunate part. An area we've been struggling in the red zone. We were 1 for 5. We got to correct that.
That has to be corrected before the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. Absolutely. Here's what I noticed from the defense, brother. When the Giants needed a conversion, even in the desperate moments of the game, we held them to 4 for 11 on 3rd down and 0 for 3 on 4th down.
Yep.
So you'd love to see that.
I did.
The defense made it real tough on Dart. They pressured him a ton. 7 quarterback hits and 2 sacks.
They came out fired up, and this is the first time. We talked about it a lot. Usually that first drive for the other team, the opposing team goes down for a touchdown.
Yep.
This is like the first time we've really seen it where they came out. They were fired up.
Open up to a 17-0 lead.
It was 17-0 before you could blink your eye. You know what I mean?
They definitely got lax, though, against the likes of Devin Singletary, who had 12 carries, 68 yards.
And tore it up.
And a 22-yard touchdown run. And even Darius Slayton, even though he only had 2 catches, he had that 30-yard touchdown. But no pass catcher had over 50 yards. But, Frankie, like I was just saying, our run defense took a dip again. After not allowing a 50-yard rusher as long as we did and seeing Singletary run for nearly 70, shows we need big Milton Williams back on that lineup.
Missing Milton. We talked about Milton being out like a couple weeks ago. That was going to be a tough hit.
Yeah, it was.
We need him back. For the playoffs, we need him back.
That's what I mean. Let's get him back. Will Campbell and Jared
everybody
Wilson.
healthy.
And Frankie, even though it was a special teams touchdown, I got to bring up the Swiss Army knife, Marcus Jones. Back-to-back weeks with a touchdown, and this week with the nasty 94-yard punt return touchdown as we saw in the highlights. Mind you, Frankie, that ties a Patriots record. And do you know who that is?
Not a clue.
Julian Edelman.
Nice. I love it.
You got to love that, bro.
Yeah, Edelman. I mean, we talked about it. He has literally the highest average of punt returns in history for NFL right now. So,
but yeah, like you said, man, there's a bye week, so no game for the Patriots this upcoming week.
It's all good. Get rested. That's what I mean. Get healthy.
Let's go for 11 straight when they come back.
Let's go, boys.
Love it.
Yeah, why don't we jump into a Wicked Smaht fantasy stats? Keith, how'd you do in your league?
Frankie, you know how I did this week,
Damn
bro.
Right. Hey, you tried to say you had a good matchup this week.
I mean, technically, it was a good matchup. It was a close game.
It was close. Honestly, if you made that one change, if you didn't make that change, or sometimes that happens, but I would have made that change too, honestly. So.
Yeah, what are you going to do, Frankie? I'll give you props, brother.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Man, I'm pretty sure we're 2-1 against each other this year. You got 2 wins against me, and I got 1 win against you.
Yeah,
so
it's been close.
It is what it is, brother. But yeah, so unfortunately, I lost to Frankie in week 13, 139.74 to 134.06, bringing my record to 6-7. I really need to win this week to get into the playoffs, and I actually need 2 other teams to lose, so it's not looking good for me.
You're not out completely. I'm out completely in my league, so I mean, hey.
So we'll see what happens. Let me bring up the studs real quick. Quarterback Trevor Lawrence, 25.66, 229 pass yards, 2 pass touchdowns versus the Titans. Wide receiver A.J. Brown's finally starting to do something.
Yeah, he did. I was worried about that.
The Eagles looked like shit, though. He had 35.2. He had 10 catches for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tight end Bretton Strange, who I picked up off waivers.
I dropped him.
That's what I mean.
I picked him up because somebody dropped him. I picked him up, and then I dropped him. I think I grabbed Jaden Reed, because both of the guys were like IR, and I'm like, I'll take Jaden Reed instead. So I don't know. It is what it is.
13.5, 3 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then I started the Dolphins defense and special teams versus the Saints. Mind you, they got me 16 points.
That was a great
4
start,
sacks,
honestly.
1 INT, 1 fumble recovery, and a pick 2 on a 2-point attempt.
I love that. Honestly, that was a good start. Like, this kid had a good start right there.
Yes, sir. And here are my duds. Wide receiver Roma Dunze, man. He started off so hot this season, man. He's just been so up and down, man.
I don't understand that.
Caleb Williams, like, not looking for him, bro. 2.8, only 2 catches for 8 yards.
It's crazy.
Wide receiver Parker Washington, who I started over Alec Pierce. You know, I'm thinking Alec Pierce is going against the #1 pass defense.
Yeah,
Parker Washington's going against the Titans. Only 3.6, 1 catch for 26 yards.
Hurt, though. He did get hurt.
And he got
too,
hurt.
bro.
I mean, you know, so.
You would have beat me if you didn't get hurt, probably.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Wide receiver Khalil Shakir, man. This guy's another roller coaster. 1 week, he's
in my league.
0.5, goes off last week. And this week, 1.5, 1 catch for 5 yards. And then wide receiver Troy Franklin, man. He was actually starting to do really good, being a little consistent, and only 4.1 points, 2 catches for 21 yards. Frankie, I already know how you did, but break down your studs and duds.
I mean, I sat Caleb Williams because he was going against the Eagles defense. Eagles defense been good against the pass. They were terrible against the run this week. I mean, they let up 200-yard rushes. My guy DeAndre Swift, he went over 100. He had almost 21 points for me.
Going off.
Yeah, he went crazy. Bo Nix, I started instead of Caleb Williams. He had 19.5 points roughly. Trey McBride every week, 22.2. Just an animal. Bucky Irvin finally back, 16 points. Yeah, my duds, I mean, Chris Boswell, he was a pretty good kicker for most of the year. He had one friggin' point, one extra point. They got smoked by Buffalo.
Yes, they
I
did.
picked up Atlanta's defense against the Jets, figuring that would be a low-scoring game.
That,
and it was in the rain, and then the Jets come back and score like 1,000 points.
Wasn't a bad start against the Jets.
They were great. They only got 5.5. ETN had a bad week, 5.1 points. I mean, he was pretty terrible. So those are kind of my duds this week.
But let's move over to your league,
how'd you do in my league, man?
So, Frankie, unfortunately, in your league, I lost 162.16 to 124.50, bringing my record to 7-6.
Wow.
I need to win to get in this week.
You have a good team in my league. I know
a lot of
injuries.
Taylor.
Well, I mean that happens. Half my team's been injured, but you know what I mean. Like it happens. But Taylor, your number one guy, has been really good.
Well,
so
I mean, I lost my 2 top wide receivers, Malik Neighbors and Garrett Wilson.
Oh
so,
yeah,
I mean,
that's tough. I lost Tariq Hill too in both leagues. It's I hear you.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but your number one pick, and I would have rather just lost Saquon Barkley at this point. He gets me 5 points a week.
Yeah, right.
I could have started somebody else.
So here are my studs and duds, bro. Running back Javonte Williams had 17 even, bro. 80 total yards and 1 receiving touchdown.
Yep.
Had the Dolphins defense started in both leagues,
That's a good
16
start,
points.
man.
And tight end Brock Bowers, 22.3, 4 catches for 63 yards, 2 touchdowns, including one of those potential catch of the year catches.
That was sick.
And then here are my duds. Wide receiver Darnell Mooney. This dude just sucks, bro. 4.5, 2 catches for 25 yards. He was a stud
I
one
thought he
week.
was going to be really good
Without
too,
Drake
because
London there.
London's out.
That's what I
you know
mean.
What I mean? It was a messy game.
You know,
honestly.
I figured, let me start wide receiver Chimere Dike this week, considering he's been playing great. The guy got me 0.1, 9 total yards and a fumble lost.
Oh, no.
Wide receiver Jerry Jeudy, another guy who just sucks, bro.
He was screaming on the sidelines at Shador
yeah,
Sanders.
it's
Like, what it?
yeah, it's called stop fumbling and dropping passes, Judy. 5.6, 3 catches for 26 yards. Running back Kenneth Gainwell, one of my sleepers, man, who I thought was going to have a good game, considering that the Steelers have been using him a lot. 5.6, 45 total yards. And Troy Franklin, who I got in both leagues, 4.1, 2 catches for 21. Frankie, how'd you do in your league,
I got smoked by Amani. He's texting me, I'm sorry I cooked you. So guess what? You're cursed now, man. So he's going to have the first round bye. He's going to get the first overall. He's had a great season. I ain't going to lie.
Yes.
But talking now you're cursed. Karma is coming for you. Semifinals, first round that you're playing in, you're out. Simple as that. Whoever's playing you is gonna beat you now. That's it. It's a wrap.
Hey man,
sorry.
if I make it, I hope it's me.
When I beat Keith, I wasn't texting him, you cooked you, whatever.
We never do that.
No, you can't. That's karma. That's what's gonna be. So you're out. Watch what happens. Just like Atlanta's terrible, you're gone first round or first semifinals, whatever. I'm out the playoffs. I can't make the playoffs now. I have the second most points put up against me this year by a lot too.
Yeah,
There's only 2 people in 2,100 points scored against me. It's one other person. It's Pabone, who's in last place. He has like 30 more points scored against
him. And he's a lock for the dress, too.
Oh, he's a lock for the dress. Sorry, Joey. You're going to look so handsome in that dress. But it is what it is. His team had a rough year, too. So, nonetheless, I didn't really have a great week this week. But I did have DeAndre Swift in both leagues. Again, 21.5 points. Kamani Vidal went crazy. 24 points. And then Jacksonville's defense I picked up. I don't know who dropped them, but I was happy about that. They were playing Tennessee. They only gave up 3 points, 17.5 points. So, some of my duds, I'm just going to bring up Josh Allen because every week he should be scoring more than 16 points. But
yeah, he looked rough.
He looked terrible. He got 40 last week. He got like 10 the week before that, and then 16. So that was tough. And again, Khalil Shakir, you already talked about 1.5. I don't even know what this dude's doing. 1 week he has 30, the next week he has 0.
And the week before that, he had 0.5.
0.5, yeah, I'm saying. And then I started Tez Johnson over Zach Ertz. That was a dumb mistake there. He only had 1 catch, 1.5 points, and I had Zach Ertz on my bench with 21.5. Even though it wouldn't have made the difference, I still would have lost. But nonetheless, there I am. Out of the playoffs.
I'm sorry, brother. Frankie, you're always making the playoffs.
I know. It's the first time I think ever in my league I haven't made it. In your league, I've actually been to the championship like more than I haven't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So good luck to everybody in their fantasy playoffs. I know
Absolutely.
there's 1 more week left of regular season, so good luck trying to get in. But
Yep.
why don't we jump into your weekly sleepers? What do you got for me, Keith?
Yes, sir, Frankie. The weekly sleepers for week 14. Let's break it down. And Frankie, number 1, I'm going to start with Jags tight end Brenton Strange versus the Colts.
All day.
Now, ain't nothing strange about it, Frankie. The guy's had 4 or more targets in every game he's played fully in this year. And since he came back from injury last week, the last 2 weeks he's had a combined 8 catches, 138 yards, and the 1 touchdown that he had this past week. Mind you, last week he played against the Titans' 20th ranked pass defense. This week he's going up against a 28th ranked Colts pass defense. But not only that, the Colts have allowed the 4th most receptions to tight ends, PPR value, like we always talk about, the 3rd most receiving yards to tight ends, and are allowing the 5th most fantasy points per game to tight ends. I could see Trevor Lawrence looking for Strange a lot this upcoming Sunday.
That's going to be the game of tight ends because Ty Warren's got a great matchup against the Jags defense.
That's what I mean.
That's going to be both tight ends going to go crazy in that game.
Yes,
I think.
sir. Number 2, Frank, I got a quarterback here. I got Browns quarterback Shador Sanders versus the Titans.
Really?
Now, both rookie quarterbacks in this matchup are having rocky rookie seasons, as we know. But I feel like Shedeur has more to prove in this one over Cam Ward. The Titans currently have the 20th ranked pass defense and are allowing the 13th most fantasy points per game to opposing quarterbacks. In 2 games started, Sanders only has 256 pass yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 INTs, but has had over 50% completion percentage in both games, each game 20-plus attempts.
Yeah.
I could see Shedeur outplaying Cam Ward in this one, also considering the Titans are allowing the 4th most points per game this year to opposing quarterbacks.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Titans' defense is terrible, and the Browns' defense is phenomenal. Cam Ward's going to get hit 3,000 times.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel bad for Cam Ward.
Shedeur will get his first home win under center this week.
I agree. I'm taking the Browns this week, too.
And then number 3, I got Lions wide receiver Isaac Tesla versus the Cowboys.
He came out and did all right, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
When Amon went down, he played a lot.
So like Frankie just said, with Amon-Ra St. Brown going down with injury and Khalif Raymond already banged up as well, Tesla could get some good looks in Week 14. Tesla has already made some highlight touchdowns this year in a limited role. Mind you, the guy has only 6 receptions on the year, but he has 3 touchdowns, a 50% touchdown ratio.
Crazy. I like that.
On a limited role. And he looks to operate as the number 2 wide receiver opposite Jameson Williams this upcoming week, and he could get a lot of looks in deeper fantasy leagues. Also considering the matchup, the Cowboys have the 30th ranked pass defense, like we always talk about, are allowing the 6th most receptions to wide receivers. There it is again, PPR value, the 2nd most receiving yards to wide receivers, and the most receiving touchdowns to wide receivers.
He's available in a lot of leagues.
That's what I'm saying.
In a ton of leagues.
And Frankie, not only that, they're allowing the most fantasy points per game to opposing wide receivers. Tesla has potential for a high volume day and an opportunity to showcase his talent more. Like I said, even with only 6 receptions on the year, but 3 touchdowns, Goff will be looking his way.
I'm saying that's good. That's a good pickup this week.
Yes,
If you need a flyer like that, that's a good pickup.
So I like that one this week. Frankie, let's hear those FanDuel picks.
I mean, I got a good team rolling here. I'm going with Bo Nix at quarterback this week, and I'm stacking it with Sutton. Sutton's due for a game. Las Vegas defense terrible. They're like bottom 5 or 6 for wide receivers as well. So I threw him in there. I got James Cook, 9,300. He's a more expensive guy, but he's going up against Cincy's D. They're dead last against the run. So giving up the most fantasy points to running backs this year, why not? So I think that's obviously somebody you should definitely look at this week. Christian Watson,
he's been killing it.
Oh, I'm saying he's been going crazy. It's against Chicago, who gives up a lot of air yards. So
they do.
They're the 3rd or 4th worst against the, fantasy wide receivers. So he's only 6,200. That's pretty good.
Packers always play good against the Bears.
I'm saying,
too.
And I think that Indy game and Jacksonville game, you just said it. Sauce Cotton is out, right? Brian Thomas Jr. is due for a game.
He is.
And we've talked about it several times this year. The Colts secondary is not very good, and that usually is because they were ahead and they were giving up a lot of yards.
Right.
I think Brian Thomas is due for a game. He's only 6,200. This was a kid that was supposed to be one of the best receivers in the league this year.
Yeah,
I know he's took a step back.
Touchdowns.
I'm saying, so last year he was killing it, but this year he hasn't been. He's been injured and just hasn't got right. This could be a get right game for him. So for 6,200, I have 2 of those guys there. And then I went double tight end. So I went Darren Waller, who came back last week, limited snaps, still played well.
He did.
Had like 5 catches, 4 catches, whatever it was, going up against the Jets, who aren't very good against tight ends.
Nope.
And then Tyler Warren.
Missed that. Do everything for the Colts.
They're going up against the Jaguars, who are 2nd worst against tight ends.
Yeah.
And so that's who I have in my flex. Double tight ends. You don't see that all the time. But
I like that a lot.
Yeah, so want to try something different this week?
Yes, sir, Frankie.
That's the rest of my team.
So you got quarterback Bo Nix versus the Raiders in Vegas, but it don't matter because Bo Nix is going to light him up. Running back James Cook against the Bengals run defense. They have a horrible run defense, and James Cook is just nasty against any defense. Bucky Irvin coming back from injury. He looked good last week. He's going to look
limited touches too. They were like, we're going to ease him back in. Now he's going to be full go.
But he's going to look great this week against the Saints defense.
Terrible.
And then you're stacking Bo Nix with wide receiver Cortland Sutton against the Raiders defense. I like that one. Brian Thomas Jr., he's due for a game without Sauce over there in the Colts secondary. That could potential for a big game. Wide receiver Christian Watson versus the Bears. The way he's been playing, especially the way the Packers play against the Bears, I think Jordan Love's going to be looking his way. He's a speedster.
Yep.
Tight end Darren Waller against the Jets defense. Like you said, they're not good against tight ends. And Waller, even with limited production last week, he went off.
Yeah.
Flex, you got Tyler Warren, who, like I said, Mr. Do Everything for the Colts.
Nasty.
They line him up at quarterback sometimes, running back, receiver, tight end.
He's been unbelievable. He played sick as a dog. He had like the flu. He was sick as a dog, and he still caught a touchdown, still played well.
I'm still surprised Colson Lovin went over him in the draft to the Bears.
Crazy.
And the Seattle Seahawks defense versus the Falcons, and they're all banged up.
Falcons are terrible. They just lost to the Jets.
You hear that, Armani?
That's what you get. Good stuff. Good luck this week, guys. Let's get into a lava round. How did we do last week?
Frankie, let's break it down, man. It was a weird week, bro.
Such a weird week.
I know.
All these crazy upsets,
Lot of upsets.
I'm telling you right now.
But Frankie, we split even again. Well, let's break it down. So Frankie, in week 13, you went 10-6, bringing your overall record to 131, 62, and 1.
I like that.
I went 10-6 as well. Obviously, I'm still down a game, bringing my overall record.
We're close.
130, 63, and 1. And then our boy Matt
did pretty good.
Yeah, he went 9-7 last week.
It's not bad. He had that one crazy pick with the Commanders, and the Commanders almost pulled that off.
They could have.
That was close.
Yeah, it was.
That was a cool pick. He took it.
You got Traylon Burks over there looking like Odell Beckham Jr., man. Yeah, anything was possible this week. So, Frankie, let's get into the Week 14 picks. You name them, we'll predict them.
Let's start off with the Thursday game. Cowboys going to the Lions. This is going to be an interesting game. No, I'm on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. But, Frankie, honestly, and I know the Cowboys, they've been looking good and everything.
Great.
They've been playing real good. They just beat 2 of the Super Bowl teams from last year, back-to-back weeks.
That's a back.
But I'm going to be taking the Lions this week. I think they're due for a win. They know they have to win. They're at home, and I'm going to be taking them.
I'm feeling like I should take the Cowboys here just because how good they've been playing. But the Lions at home are a different beast.
That's what I'm talking about, and they know it's at stake right now.
I know. This is a tough one, but they don't have Amon St. Brown.
Again,
I'm going to go Cowboys just because. We got to do a difference right off the bat. First game. We'll see.
I like it.
Titans at Browns. We both going Browns. We already said that. That's easy peasy.
The Titans suck.
I mean, that's crazy. Seahawks at Falcons. Seahawks by 3,000 points. Easy.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking
Amani.
the Seahawks. That defense has just been looking insane, bro.
Terrible. Anyways, Colts at Jags. This is an interesting game. The Jags are atop the division right now. Colts were running away with it for a minute. Who you got? This is an interesting one to me.
Yeah, it is. And the Jags have been looking good. But Frankie,
great.
I'm going to be taking the Colts in this one.
Really?
They're due for a win in this one.
I know. I feel like they need to win this game so bad, but it's in Jacksonville too. So
yeah,
I'm
taking the Colts.
I'm going Jaguars.
All right.
I don't know. I have a weird feeling that's going to be an interesting game. I might be dead wrong on that, but Commanders at Vikings, another interesting game. Vikings are all banged up, and they look like absolute Duke. So, I don't know. That's a tough game.
Yeah, I know. The Vikings, they look like, man, Justin Jefferson's got to get out of Minnesota.
I know.
But I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be taking the Commanders here.
I have to, too. I think Jaden Daniels is coming back this week. That he's questionable, but I'm going to take the Commanders, too. The Vikings just look like they're just confused.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. It's
Absolutely
crazy.
Lost.
They started off the season pretty good, too. Bengals at Bills. Obviously, I'm going Bills.
Yeah, I'm going Bills here.
Saints at Bucks. I'm going Bucks.
Yeah, I'm going to be going Bucks. That's an easy one.
Here's one that's another divisional game. Steelers going to the Ravens. Ravens need a win. Steelers need a win. Who you got?
Yeah, Frankie, that's a good one right there. But in the Ravens, they have not been looking good at all.
No, they look like Duke.
But it's in Baltimore. I'm taking the Ravens.
I gotta go Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson's gonna get it right. That has to be the 3 worst game stretch of his fantasy football career. The points that he's putting up, it's like that too. Obviously, his stats have been terrible, but in fantasy numbers is absolutely insane. So I don't know. I feel like the Ravens need to do something there, and I think that'll be the Ravens there. Dolphins going to the Jets. I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins, man. I don't care that the Jets, they stole one from the Falcons last week.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dolphins, their defense has been looking all right. I mean, especially going up against the Jets.
The defense has been playing great.
The Jets don't have Garrett Wilson. You know, they're running with Tyrod Taylor right now, taking the Dolphins.
Broncos at Raiders. I mean, Broncos all day, every day, right?
Even though I'd love them to lose just so we can get a step up for that
I want them to lose too, honestly.
Yeah, but I'm going to be taking the Broncos here.
Yeah. Rams at Cards. I mean, Rams have got to get right on this game, I think.
Yeah,
right?
dude. I mean, they lost to the Panthers last week. They're going to correct their I'm taking the Rams this week.
How about the NFC leading Bears going to the Packers? That's a really crazy, awesome game. That's going to be a great game.
Yeah, it's going to be. And the Bears, they jumped up to the number 1 seed, like you just said, in the NFC.
And all the NFC. Never mind that division. They're number 1 in that division, too.
But the Packers are going to beat them this week.
I'm taking the Packers, too, because the defense is just looking so good. I almost took them last week, and Matt was right to take them. That was a good pick, Matt.
Yes,
sir. The Lim Reaper, Matt. Thank you again for coming on. Another awesome game. This is a great week for games, honestly. Texans going to the Chiefs.
Now, you know me. I'm always picking against the Chiefs.
I know you are, and I keep picking them, and I keep losing.
But I'm not going to pick against them this week. I'm taking the Chiefs because I think they know what's at stake as well. As much as I want them to lose, I just think they're going to figure it out this week and get the dub against the Texans, especially at home.
D, though, has been absolutely insane.
Yeah, and the Chiefs, the Chiefs' O-line is pretty banged up. But
I know. I want to take the Texans real bad. I mean, this is a game I wouldn't bet on. I would probably take the Texans, like, money.
I want the Chiefs to lose.
The spread.
I want them to lose, but I'm taking them just because I feel like it's the Chiefs, man. You know,
I'm taking the Chiefs, too.
Andy Reid is going to figure it out for
They
his
have
team.
to win this game to really stay in any sort of chance to win, to get in the playoffs, rather. So
absolutely,
I'm taking the Chiefs there. How about Eagles going to the Chargers? The Eagles are looking like a dumpster fire lately.
Yeah, they are, and I don't care that it's in L.A., man. The Eagles are not going to lose 3 straight. I know I say, like, they're not going to lose 2 straight for the second time. They did. You know, it's like, but I don't see them losing 3 straight. At least I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm going to be taking the Eagles here.
I mean, Chargers look like a team that could have beat anybody to start the season, right?
Yep.
But they're just like playing worse than anybody right now. I feel like for what they have on that team, I feel like they were running away with stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. They're a week-to-week team. I have to go Eagles, even though they've been playing bad too. But I'm taking the Eagles too.
Yes,
so
sir, Frankie.
Good stuff, brother.
See what happens.
Another great Lava round, another great show.
Yes,
good luck,
sir.
everybody, this week. I know it's a big week for fantasy football because a lot of people need to win and get in. Like you, good luck to you too.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, everybody, for liking, subscribing, and all that stuff. And
here we go.
The what? And
no.
Sorry, guys.
See what it is this time.
Hello.
Are you ever gonna go back to Freddy's? I mean,
Freddy's. Oh no, no, definitely not. No.
Frank, what was that all about, dude?
You know what it is? It's Five Nights at Freddy's 2 coming out. Me and my son saw this. The first one was sick. I can't even wait to see this.
The games are scary.
Oh yeah, we played the board games, the regular games. It's dope. That movie was awesome too. But Keith, we really absolutely have to get out of here right now. Like we have to go.
Why, Frankie? What's
Where
going on?
are you gonna run to? Where are you gonna run to?
We gotta go, man.
Where are we gonna run to? All right, Frankie, you're right. We gotta get the hell out of here. Do your ending lines.
From Beantown to your town, stay Wicked Pissah.
From Foxboro to your bro. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we're gonna see you next week. Who the are you, and where the hell is Frank? Oh, shit.